Every Sunday before worship starts, Mike and Aaron and I gather together, and before anyone gets there, we pray together and ask God to bless our people and bless our Sunday morning. But lately, I've been just kind of noticing how harsh my prayer has been as I pray for my friends in Ukraine. As I talk with my friends over there and hear about the things they are seeing and experiencing, when I think about so many people that I know and love, their homes have been completely destroyed and they're living in exile somewhere. When I see the news and see what's going on in other places in the country, my heart is just angry, and I pray angry prayers. And I was struck by that yesterday. And I remember when I was a police chaplain. I used to be a police chaplain in Roswell for the Roswell Police Department. And for about 6 or 7 years, almost every Wednesday morning, I would gather with the police chief and some of his commanders, and we would eat breakfast and we would pray together. And the chief would always end our meeting with a prayer, and his prayer was always the same. He would pray for his city, and in his prayer for his city, he would pray, God, there are evil men in your city who want to kill and hurt and take advantage of good men. So I'm praying that you would either remove the evil men from my city or you would kill them. And every time he prayed that, something in me just kind of, it didn't feel right for him to pray that, but I understood where he was coming from. And I had those same feelings as I pray against the things that are happening in Ukraine. And then we were talking yesterday about King David. King David wrote most of the songs in the Old Testament in the book of Psalms, and most of them are so encouraging and so uplifting, and they are songs used in worship of God. They are songs used to worship God for generations, thousands of years, and most of the songs that he writes are pretty encouraging, and they're just beautiful to listen to and to read. But there are some that he writes that kind of make me feel the way I felt when I was praying with the chief of police. Here's one, Psalm 109. Towards the middle of Psalm 109, David, king of Israel, he prays about one of his enemies, and he says, may his children become fatherless and his wife a widow. May his children wander as beggars and be driven from their ruined homes. May creditors seize his entire estate and strangers take all that he has earned. Let no one be kind to him. Let no one pity his fatherless children. May all of his offspring die. May his family be blotted out in the next generation. And it goes on and on and on, things like this. And there are many other psalms where David speaks against his enemies and prays against his enemies like this. In fact, you get to the bottom of this one, and David says, "O Lord, show me your unfailing, never-ending mercy, kindness, and love, but show him your wrath." In the same breath, David is asking God for mercy, love, and kindness for himself, and the worst possible ending for his enemy. Now, these are kind of conflicting statements, and it certainly brings up conflicting emotions inside of me. And so really, I don't have anything practical for you today. I try to end these little devotionals with something practical for us to do, to think about, just one thing that we could think about for the day. But I don't really have that today. I have more of a question, and I would love to hear your responses. I would love for you to type in a response in the comment below, just kind of to see where you land and how you feel about these prayers, these prayers that David prayed, these songs against his enemies. There are several. We're going to look at them this week, and these were songs that people sung as they worshiped God. How do you worship God and ask that an enemy's children wander as beggars? Wasn't it Jesus who said that we are to love our enemies and pray for them? And yet, when you read these Psalms that David wrote, we are also told that David was a man after God's own heart. That when you think about God and the heart of God, David was an example of that. I don't know how all those things sync up. I don't know how all those things make sense, but I would love to hear your thoughts. How does a man who is after God's own heart pray a prayer and with one breath say, God bless me with mercy and kindness and love, but kill my enemy? How do you feel about that? What do you think? What's going on here? And what are the things we can learn? I would love to hear your comments. I don't have anything practical for you, but these are the kind of prayers I'm praying today and recently, and it's conflicting within me, and I wanted to see just what you think about these prayers. Let me know. See ya.